there's nothing wrong with wrapping something around ChatGPT at all. What you're seeing to me is the basic stuff, generative AI. I write a question or prompt, or I give it an email and I say, now write the response to that email. So very easy. I have an email or text in my CRM. It then comes in, the wrapped AI looks at it and goes, I can respond to that. And it writes a response, and you can then send it back to the customer through your typical workflow and process, right? So a little bit of automation. So generative AI, very simple. You can stand up something really fast. You're not having to deal with the complexity of, you know, deeply integrating data and building a RAG. You don't have to do any of that. All you're doing using generative AI as a wrapper to respond to text inputs, or it even could be voice, right? Doesn't matter. So it gets it, it understands enough that it can respond to it. LLMs out of the box are pretty good at that. Now, you could add nuance to it, give it some guardrails to be more specific, let's say around Toyota. You wouldn't want your, generative AI to start saying, well, Ford's also a good product, right? So you can give it some basic barriers, but wrapping things around, let's say a chat GPT, only concern I have, I don't consider that like a really full blown AI platform. I consider it an AI plugin, which is fine. But in the end, dealers are going to want to own that underlying data, and dealers are going to want to own all the outputs. And when you send it up into the generative wrapper, you kind of lose what is going on. So that's what I look at when I think about the wrapper in our space versus thinking AI as more infrastructure. And